little bit of Chicago history for you here. You may or may not be aware of this, but building anything east of Lakeshore Drive is a no-go in the city of Chicago. Lakeshore Drive runs along, obviously, the lakeshore, and there are tons of acreage of land east of that that has been set up to be preserved for the people to enjoy. Not to build buildings on, not to build skyscrapers on, not to even build low buildings on, for parks, for the use of the public, which is one of the reasons why the Chicago Bears and the city of Chicago are currently butting heads about the Bears wanting to build a new stadium east of Lakeshore Drive. The city's founding fathers, so to speak, back in the day, the most influential voices of Chicago back in the day, not true founding fathers, but the people who really built the city of Chicago, set it up so that everything east of the city of Chicago would be Chicago's front yard. There was one exception where they had a little exception for some industry, for some things to be built at the mouth of the river, and one developer took keen advantage of it and forced the city to quickly change its rules. And it's the result of which is the only skyscraper in the city of Chicago to exist east of the city of Chicago, Lake Point Tower.
This skyscraper in Chicago shouldn't exist. This is Lake Point Tower, a 645-foot skyscraper in Chicago. Completed in 1968, it is the only building in the city located east of Lakeshore Drive, but most people don't know why. Chicago has strict zoning laws that prevent new construction along the lakefront east of Lakeshore Drive to ensure public access to the water and to protect the view of Lake Michigan. The exception to the law was the land near the mouth of the river, which had historically been used for industrial developments. However, the zoning laws did not clearly specify that only industrial buildings could be built on this land. As a result, developers of the Lake Point Tower rushed to take advantage of this gap. When the city realized what happened, they allowed the building to stay up, but immediately changed the law to prevent any other skyscrapers from doing the same. What do you think?
So, that is all true. And if the Chicago Bears are successful in lobbying the city of Chicago, changing the city of Chicago's mind, and allowing them to build a new stadium east of Lakeshore Drive, it'll be the first new building built east of Lakeshore Drive since 1968. There's an organization called Friends of the Parks of, I forget the exact name of the organization, so I don't want to fuck up the name of it, but they are fighting adamantly against the Chicago Bears building over there. But if you didn't know, that's a fun factoid about Chicago. You cannot build east of Lakeshore Drive. That is the city's front yard. It is preserved for open space and for the people to enjoy and have access to the water. And it has worked out very well because we have an absolutely beautiful lakefront in the city of Chicago. I'm not in Chicago, I'm in the suburbs, but we all claim the city to our own here in the suburbs as well. Absolutely stunning lakefront. If you ever have a chance to get to the city of Chicago, visit the lakefront.